good morning to you all. I was just mentioning to a couple of my table mates here that this morning I'm watching C-SPAN, I'm watching these public television stations where it is showing that it seems to be at this time, it's all ANWR all the time, it's all Alaska all the time. People are recognizing across our nation that Alaska has some solutions as we seek to find those solutions to the energy crisis that we're in. And so much of that, of course, is due to the good work of Arctic Power over these years, getting people to recognize what it is that we have here to offer the rest of the nation. The congressional candidates who are with us today, I want to say thank you so much for spending your precious, valuable time traveling here to see for yourselves what it is that can be offered as we seek solutions. We so appreciate your interest in proactive investigation into Alaska's resources. We, of course, as your northernmost neighbors, we've not only watched fuel and energy prices skyrocket, but we've felt it here. As we struggle with the highest gas prices in the nation here in Alaska, many Alaskans are facing the choice between heating their home or putting food on their table. And I know that regrettably, some Americans in the lower 48 too, they're experiencing the same challenges. And it's going to get worse before it gets better unless we open up ANWR, unless we start tapping into the domestic supplies of energy that we know can be safely, responsibly, ethically developed. The price of oil and now gasoline, very subject and sensitive to events occurring outside the U.S. We've unfortunately, though, placed ourselves in this position of having to plead with suppliers in the Middle East to increase production. And how much nonsense is that as Americans see that we have to send over Secretary Bodman and our president overseas to ask the Saudis to ramp up production of energy sources when again that we know we have those domestic clean supplies, safe supplies here. Instead, we could lift the development bans that are keeping us from our own resource independence. The endless debate over energy prices is especially frustrating to Alaskans because we know that they're ready to be developed. We are ready to be a part of the solution, to be producers, to be contributors to the rest of the U.S. On your tour, you've seen evidence that Alaska truly is a resource-rich state, huge deposits of oil and natural gas. We hope that you'll agree that these resources should be developed to benefit the rest of the nation. Opening up just a sliver of ANWR, and mind you, it's only about 2,000 acres, and that's smaller than the footprint of LAX. That small piece of land, it could produce enough oil, an estimated 1 million barrels per day, to ease the fuel crisis, help reduce our dependence on foreign oil. This could be accomplished through sound science and a tiny footprint in that vast wilderness of nearly 20 million acres. So we appreciate you looking into this. We appreciate all the efforts that obviously you're making to ease the burdens on Americans. Over the last few days, you've seen firsthand the safety measures and the sound science that would not only lay the foundation for Alaska's economic future, but also lead the way toward lessening Americans' dependence on foreign oil. It's imperative that we protect the security, the economic freedom of Americans by responsibly developing our known resources. We're all eager to hear the impressions of these congressional challengers as they took this tour. We will step aside and allow you to speak, but first I'd like to welcome Lieutenant Governor Sean Parnell to say a few words.